What's up, guys? It is Magi coming at you with game number 2 in our matchup between Say No to Stim from Insight Gaming and Team Unrivalled's Kiwi. This time around, the random draw is going to give this guy right here in purple as his Zerg pieces from Team Unrivaled. It is Kiwi playing the random race and picking up Zerg on that 33% chance to get an actual race that is his strongest. And on the other side of that, throwing down a pylon, is the yellow Protoss pieces from Insight Gaming. It is Say No to Stim. The last game we saw Stim kind of get into that Dark Templar play, and actually kind of found some pretty decent damage there. As Kiwi wasn't quite prepared for it, and he went into the Robo when he could just built an Oracle and have Revelation there to clean that up a lot sooner. But this time around, it is a PvP. Curious to see what Stim has in store for us this time. Or will it be this guy in purple right here from Team Unrivalled's Kiwi? Tie the series up with one apiece. We have a hat trick coming down here for Kiwi. And Stim opting to look very similar opening so far and going into that gateway and double gas. So what if he's just going to go for like an Immortal Sentry bus, like something from the old days of like Heart of Swarm and Wings of Liberty? We do have a tractor trick going down here for Kiwi. Trying to get that extra drone out, where he is supply capped. It's still a spawning pool. I wonder if he... Yeah, he might have canceled that gas just for the drone. Pretty late distractor trick. And what is this probe doing? This probe being very questionable. Hanging out here in the top part of the resort. Guys, we are out of the sea and in the resort above the sea. What does this look like? Does this look like freshwater or saltwater? I mean, it looks more like freshwater to me. I mean, how clear it is. It's Odyssey LE, the resort map. I always like to say is built above the abyssal reef. This kind of makes sense. We have Cybernetics Core finishing up here for Stim, and I'm a little curious. This target. Okay, no, it looks like he's going to go back out here and scout with this probe. Keep it up here in the top right-hand corner of the map. Kiwi opting for a faster third base. And this could be kind of a questionable move. He does not have any gas on the map. He is opting for queens. No lings out. 4 lings are already in the production tab now. And corrected, there are some lings out on the map. And opting for that third base is still no gas. I wonder if he knows he canceled his gas. I wonder if he realizes that there's no gas here. If he's just going to stay on queens and lings this game, that would make for a very interesting matchup. As his probe does get caught, he is warping in some island. Looks like it got canceled. I'm just going to have to pull this guy on home here. Get him back to mining. Stalker is here to shoo away this pesky ling hanging out front. Not much else really going on besides Kiwi catching that probe up here. And does he have gas? He's still not taking any gas yet. Kiwi, I don't know much about your Zerg playstyle, man, but I'm pretty sure speed isn't a required upgrade in the early part of the game. Unless you plan on just going on like... Okay. So, we have a roach horde on the way. And Kiwi finally realizing he needs gas. 3 minutes into the game. Picking up his first gas geyser, finally. Just sticking on queens and lings. I think he realized his mistake, and now he's trying to turtle up a little bit. With the Steinecrawler and so forth being out front, and the queens to turtle up. Just so he can start getting that tech out. As these are slow lings coming up to the front here. Unless he's mind gaming Stim, that makes things very interesting. Because... if he's mind gaming Stim and Stim's getting all this gas, he goes, oh, what are you doing? Just queens and lings everywhere. And then bam, out of nowhere, like 15 roaches, 20 roaches show up on his front door. It might actually catch Stim off guard quite a bit. The map vision is not in favor of Stim at all. He has no control on the map. He is just stuck back home. And we do have a Robo coming out here for Stim. But he indirectly is going to be able to counter this with the tech coming down. Kiwi is now opting to take 3 gases, 2 in a natural. Could be a very interesting game. I'm really curious and really excited to see what Kiwi has in store for this. Because not having gas for 3 minutes and no speed links. I don't know. Just one of those things, man. It just makes you wonder in life. exactly what have I been doing as a Zerg player if this works. If this comes out in favor of Kiwi, which I do believe this was just accidental cancellation on the extractor over here. We do have the roach count climbing slowly. But the roach is already 4 out on the map, getting the spores, so he's trying to make sure no DTs can get in on him this time. No cheeky oracles, no crazy sky toss units to come over here and just mess up his momentum. With the worker count still being in favor of Stim at 41 to 32, and now 41 to 33, which is actually one of those funny situations being as a Zerg. You're behind on worker count, but you're on 3 base. So you can't fully saturate a base until you fully saturate this base. Like, your 3rd base, so this base is saturated. Kiwi now supply cap actually is 7 to 66. Get them overlords out. Looking like it's gonna be kind of disastrous for Kiwis. He does some crazy mistakes for getting that gas in the early game, going into these not building any overlords, just now getting speed and supply capped at 67 to 66, and trying to build this roach army. As it looks like Stim opting to move out here with zealots, adepts, stalkers, sentries, just a general mix of units. Where are the immortals? Where are the immortals of this? Okay, so he has no immortals. He does have a warp prism here to be able to warp in more army, and I think this is going to be the end for Kiwi. Warping in Ravagers, 6 of them. Alright, it's not a bad idea. We need some armies here to defend this, as 9 roaches are going to finish up. I don't think that's going to be enough, as Stim is just going to march on forward up here. He has his sentries here to wall off. Pop that Guardian Shield. Guardian Shield is going to be popping. Here we go! Stim going down the force field on top of these Ravagers. Going to get in here and start cleaning up 1, 2 queens. The 3rd one should end up falling. Is going to keep going down these force fields. Gonna have to back up a little bit here as he's trying to watch these biles as they come in on top of his army. Time Warp going to get on top of these Ravagers, and he will be able to march forward and throw down more force fields here to trap these units in and cut off units from the 3rd. Army supply 56 to 54. Now evened up here for dead even. This fight actually could have been done a lot better for Sato the Stim. Kind of hesitant on marching forward. I think if he would just march forward right up underneath the bile and just kept marching, he would have been a very good situation. But the warp prism here is going to allow him to reinforce across the map faster. So far, no other crazy tech. Another warp prism is on the way. Here we go. Shade forward with these adepts is going to get on top of his army and is going to get kind of stuck between the Roach Concave. But I think this is more here for Stim. And being able to reinforce with a couple more stalkers. That should spell the end of this game at this push. Coming out to say no to Stim. But the supply is dwindling for Stim, however. As it looks like our Zerg player of Kiwi will be able to hold on a little bit. A second Warp Prism coming in, being able to allow for that Warp Prism micro to keep some of these units alive. And Stim is very much all in. He is not building any more probes, adding in more stalkers. He is trying to break Kiwi here and now, and with the Warp Prism micro, he might just do it. As these roaches are falling, but army supply once again dwindling. But another round of stalkers coming in here. Going to be able to start to clean up some of these roaches. The Ling's going to come in here, get on top of these stalkers, and force some APM out of Stim to keep these stalkers alive. And Kiwi holding on for now. The Immortal finally going to be added on back home. I would like to have seen this Immortal come out sooner for Stim. Because if the Immortal backbone in this, we would have just been able to push his Zerg right off the map. It looks like Kiwi is going to opt for a counter attack with some Lings here. He's going to actually get caught by Sato the Stim's vision. There's no 3rd base for Stim. That's kind of a factor in this game that's going to become a crucial thing to note. Stim, with no probes being added on, he has saturated onto base. And on a second robo as well. But here is my problem with this. He needs expanding it. He needs a 3rd base. If he can't break Kiwi on this next map or next push, oh, some of those units were actually trapped in his base by the looks of it. Kiwi just checking for that 3rd because Stim didn't take a 3rd behind that push. And this is going to become a factor as this game goes on because Kiwi on 3 base is going to be able to build drone up, saturated army a lot faster, saturate 3 base, and expand for a 4th, and take an even more commanding lead in economy. But Stim's army supply is climbing again. It looks like he is going to opt in for another push once again. This time, this might be it. It might actually break the rest of this. Break the Zerg once and for all. As there are 2 Immortals here. Looks like he is just waiting for a counterattack that isn't coming, as he has no vision on the other side of the map. There's no observers here to watch exactly what his army is. Or hopefully he was getting added on. Smart decision to make sure he can't get cheekied on by any DPs anywhere. But at this point in the game, yeah, here we go. Alright, so here we go. Comes the Immortal Century Plus that I would like to have seen out of Stim for the earlier push. It could have closed it out a lot sooner. And he is building out more technical army here. We do have a couple pylons being warped in for Stim, but other than that, he's staying pretty much standard on this tech. There's no Twilight Council here, so there's no Blink Stalkers. Berserk is going to be able to add on more and more army supply and is going to build that Roach Ravager Hydra army that could actually end up closing out the game for him here. Stim on the attack move is going to be able to see these lings here. It is going to start to clean up some of these lings. This might actually prompt Zeri to try and sneak in here, which it will. Calling the army to move out there, so why not try to go in? But with that, Kiwi is just going to pull these lings back. It should keep them alive to help defend this push. Coming out here is a couple more spine crawlers are being thrown down here. I like this decision to add in some spine crawlers. They should be up in time for this push right here to come out. Ling is going to scout this army moving out. And army supply 103 to 84. This should be Stim's game at this point, as the army supply is far surpassing our Zerg. A little bit of a command move there isn't going to get the best situation in this fight. So force field's being thrown down to lock out some of these Hydras, lock out some of these Ravagers. But with that, that should be GG. Stim is going to be able to just keep pushing forward here. As army supply 99 to 50. When you're more than double your double your opponent's army supply, you only end up winning. Unless you're Terran and you have siege tanks, of course. But Stim, Immortal Century kind of push here. He's going to clean this up. I like the cheeky micro back here by Stim to keep this one Stalker alive. Drones are going to be pulled here. This should be it. Zerg cannot get the surround on this army. There's really not much here that Stim needs a micro. And you can just kind of A-click as everything is pretty much known at this point. And that should probably end this game here very soon. Is Kiwi should tap out. There it is. Say no to Stim, closing out the series 2-0 in the master set for this week's Showa Week 5 matchup of Team Unrivaled versus Insight Gaming. Guys, this is Magi signing off once again. If you like what you see and you like your games commentated as well, no matter who you are, send them on over to me at MagiCasts@gmail.com. And I will see you in the next one.